Then Mahama has formed. He has formed arguably one of the biggest or largest governments in the history of our country as it relates to the cost on the national exchequer. Why do I say this? Take, for example, the president has appointed Dr. Valerie Sawyer as senior presidential advisor in charge of government affairs. Her rank is a cabinet minister who doubles as a member of parliament. So her salary, her emolument, conditions of service, everything to do with her office is at the same rank as a cabinet minister who doubles as a member of parliament. The Speaker, he's appointed a presidential advisor on economy, appointed presidential advisor for 24-hour economy, presidential advisor in special aid to the president, presidential advisor on national anti-corruption program, presidential advisor on diaspora affairs. Mr. Speaker, he goes on to appoint presidential advisor, presidential staffer, and special aid to the vice president, presidential staffer for Black Star Experience, and then presidential staffer for diaspora affairs. Mr. Speaker, then he goes ahead to appoint 5 policy advisors to the vice president. Mr. Speaker, he tells the country that he's appointed a minister in charge of agribusiness, and yet he's appointed director at the presidency in charge of agriculture and agribusiness. My good friend Peter Buama Otukono. Mr. Speaker, he says he will not appoint deputy regional ministers, and he appoints 16 presidential staffers in charge of the 16 regions of our country. Mr. Speaker, I want to submit.
Baby bia befa bia no edomo a atwa ahia radio kasafidie TV hu nyina no dwumadie yi na enei wo mo ehwe na hwa ye hwe na nyese ye hwe ne saa keke na emomu no eye de yedi wo nkomo a abusua ebu amade di kan yetimi apagya wo man no ede free eye baabi ehye ede si baabi a ye nyina susu se ekron na etoso mienu nso no enkomo a ye die no eboa ama adano ada santene a menumie no to ye kokoto abayi wo mamu mpanimfo asan so de wo mamu tumi hye san mpanimfo ne san so no asodi ada san mpanimfo ne so no yetena se awia bia do a enya daje edi ho abobo sane ye beyo a yemsem bisa ne yensen kaye no ebesum fidie e wo san mpanimfo na dwene mu na fei wo ma pentam de sa ensem no humuaye enso etimi aba bedan ye ne nyina nkamfu ano emfie nan tumi ye de ama san mpanimfo no ye twa madwe sisu kan ka mo se ene emfie nan no e wo haya e de ya wo baba bebu akonta e de akire enti no adwuma a wo de tumi ne eye nyina no esese ye de eboa ye na ye to aba no ena dwo da wiei ya tena se ya sinkonwa na ya tena se ya sinkonwa no kai na hye no so se we your most authoritative, your most authentic social, political, current affairs talk show. OMAN MPUNTUO so ena away we. Yena production team nase. Samuel Dingo 1,000. Or cameras nechi badges our MCR. Or Shemaba yeda say. Executive producer Berima Ba Nana Kunedu Abupra man aprek technician on duty. And away immediately Osikani Frimpong Manso and Juada the 17th day of March 2025 in the year of our Lord. Me pacho join this biggest conversation and area WhatsApp and a text message 0248071174 0248071174. Afi yeah live on all our social media platforms. And you know through Facebook Western Diamond Television. Facebook Western Diamond Television. Of course, see now what me like here page no. I feel when you adaja tro comment ni nyina no. E dia tumu e dia mane ye owi akopelenke na share. Send ye be ya domine ninti a e wo wiase afa na nyina no so e betimi enya broadcast yi so emfa so. The program is live on YouTube and also Western Diamond Television. Western Diamond Television. YouTube channel no Western Diamond Television do wa now etimi subscribe to your channel no afi TikTok so no Western Diamond Television wokwa ho na videos upload agu nyina no na wetimi comment wase na wa like videos no enso etimi de amai me ba cho me sisu biem awia ifa WhatsApp and a text message bra 0248-071-174. The program is live on Western Diamond Television. Ewiai ma yama wa ha na yansan so ema akwaba. Ya sha na watch for ase na ene ya juada ene match bosome no eda etoso edunso won fimpino ena eduonu enum yiri pa se enkakran ene yamanso ebekoye enso etimi ede amount abusia we have a lot to discuss na adanwa da ene finance minister Dr. Kezela Tuba Forsen ekopiem mrashebe fie na or presented 2025 budget statement and economic policy and the document our the copy of Rashid no and come out do atimi akoso pa FIA document no ho na ye some of the allocations are aben aye to various programs and some sectors are adano adanya daji ebedi hu komo ye e ofidua mu ha say na ba ko a ene ama womu ya financial expert and financial analyst edi hu komo no some 51.3 million Ghana cedis aben ese yamfa enkonkote the Women's Bank eno ena enei and it seems almost all the financial analysts edi hu komo say we have been chirenie and clearly okay woman Ghana Bank of Ghana emra enafei sika yetimi edi bie bank wo mamu ha abusia threshold no ejina 400 million cedis and clearly say amafo asiase ebisa questions say 51.3 million Ghana cedis no President John Mahama capture our 2025 budget statement and economic policy no say a seed fund for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank, you know, and one will say, Sikano, what do you hear? And Suan pass a bay, I was saying this one who said, will be a Women's Development Banker, Anka, and yes, Asikawe, and I will carry out to us, for any seed money, they ever fund a bank, you know. On this particular issue, you know, and the Honourable Member of Parliament for Tano North Constituency, Honourable Dr. Gideon Buako, wrote an article on 51.3 million Ghana cedis. Abaye Kadia to us, a seed fund for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. Now, it is quite interesting. Okay, article no. We will be asking a better brand yet me I can carry and so etimi edi amount with the indulgence in your mongrel preoccupation say minimum capital requirement for establishing universal banks and development finance institutions. I have received numerous inquiries regarding whether the minimum paid up capital requirements for establishing universal banks and development finance institutions are the same. These questions have risen following the government's announcement of plans to establish a women development bank with a budgetary allocation of 50 million Ghana cedis. I fully support the initiative to establish the Women's Development Bank and sincerely hope that the government implements it effectively in line with the expectations of many Ghanaians. For the purpose of public education and clarification, I am providing the following insights into the minimum paid up capital requirement for the establishment of universal banks and development finance institutions. 1. Minimum capital requirement for universal banks. In accordance with Section 28(1) of the Banks and Specialized Deposits Taking Institutions Act 2016 Act 930, the Bank of Ghana revised the minimum paid up capital for both existing banks and new entrants. Effective 11 September 2017, the capital requirement increased from 120 million Ghana cedi to 400 million Ghana cedi as specified in notice number BG/GOV/SEC/2017/19. Minimum capital requirement for development finance institutions On 18th March 2021, the Bank of Ghana issued a directive on licensing and capital requirement for development finance institutions pursuant to the Development Finance Institutions Act 2020 Act 1032. This directive, contained in notice number BG/GOV/SEC/2021/04, categorizes DFIs into 4 main classes, each with specific capital requirement, minimum paid up capital and application processing fees. 1. Class 1, wholesale development finance institutions, 800 million Ghana cedis. Class 2, retail development finance institution, 600 million Ghana cedis. Class 3, guaranteed development finance institutions, 300 million Ghana cedis. Class 4, hybrid development finance institutions, depending on the combination of activities undertaken. Class 4A, wholesale, retail, and guarantee, 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. Class 4B, wholesale and retail, 1 billion Ghana cedis. Class 4C, wholesale and guarantee, 1 billion Ghana cedis. Class 4D, retail and guarantee, 800 million Ghana cedis. It is important to emphasize that, according to the notice, no pre-operating permit will be granted unless the applicant meets the required paid-up capital threshold and the original sources of capital are deemed acceptable. The 50 million Ghana cedi allocation for the Women's Development Bank, given this statutory requirement, it is important to critically assess the government's proposed 50 million Ghana cedis allocation for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. Is this allocation intended for 1. a universal bank, a development bank, a savings and loans company, a microfinance institution? Clarity on this matter would be beneficial to ensure the initiative aligns with existing regulatory framework. Where Dr. Gideon Buaku, MP, Tano North constituency, in the article on the allocation of 51.3 million Ghana cedis as seed fund for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. Adanwada, Finance Minister Dr. Kezel Atuba Force and Rasime de Fie, with me added to ja. And clearly, we create the breakup of a year, Sika, and I paid up capital, say, Ubia Bank or Memuha, Bank of Ghana Air Share, Sa Sikano, Ubetia de Atom Futuamuna, Wom Etimia de Sa Adiano, I seed capital, and so the Bob Bank, no, a whole bra at Yamawa. Now, as Mbisani said, there are some of the categories of these financial institutions are Abusia Sika anampono minimum requirement, you know, you can say free 300 million cedis echo. And from 3 million, 600 million, 800 million, 1 billion, 1.2 billion sa echo. Na ye bisa say sa 51.3 million Ghana cedis no a abaye kasa ene wade eba be establish Women's Development Bank or memu ase no sa sika no e fall under which category of bank ena emprepre abaye na what is one ese wo ba be bie e wo memu ase. And Dr. Gideon Buaku ebisa ensem bia ese nyina no etimi bisa abaye we mu empanimfuo was this 51.3 million cedis no, and ye check here no Okwa Bank of Ghana capital requirement, you know, 51.3 million does not fall anywhere close to the normal threshold. And you know, 51 million no bank bay and a bay edi baby a universal bank na say a universal banker abusia here not less than not less than 1.2 billion cedis. Say a development banker, you need not less than at least 1 billion Ghana cedis. Say a savings and loans company, you need not less than 300 million cedis. Say a microfinance company, not less than 600 cedis. Even though there is a threshold of 400 million Ghana cedis. And you know, a bino and clarification and you know, be hunty as yet, sir, Sikano, baby, echo, any dear, Yade Kwakwe, any banker, Yade Kwako be the type of banker, Abusia, Yade Sikano, and so echo Akwako be, and clearly, Abano have been exposed big time because Bank of Ghana, Mbrano, 51.3 million Ghana cedis, you know, and ya dear bet me be a bank, and to me, MBA bank, our memu say. It's na buy no wadaroma sasikai say o de ma maslock no acho say wo ye ne die yo wadaroma sambra biemu because ye nimpeve say 51.3 million cedis no can never tie 51.3 million cedis no ye ntimi fan bie bank e wo eye wo memu asenti no Dr. Gideon Buako is seeking for a clarity with regards to the kind of banker this 51.3 million Ghana cedis no ako bie abusia eno dan chen so a and there have been some warring friends with regards to the fight against illegal mining ye benya daje ne apega san komo no afensi no dumso tiebiem dumso no edaso giramu o I don't know ebiana wo any of the regions apart from Western region and they had the anwa brasi kakra but information free Ashanti region urban say dumso ni jina na so den I don't know for the other regions say ya ka say gusu jina so ana say aba from kakra but opiemu Ashanti region da bia da dum kania da bia da ya dum kania and adehye ho ahyase bisa aban ensem say adano ada obegina asempie so ka che Ghana fo nyina say and the looming power crisis na eba no aban yetimi aso ano no President John Mahama hwenya miene medi entro e kire Ghana fo nyina ana say eye diade any problem no obeka nso a energy minister enso e the same thing ebe to dwa say and dumso no yaso ano nanka dumso oba na so na ban no the prudent measures wetimi put in place no wetimi aso dumso na no as we speak now there is no dumso or whatsoever in the country away na ebisa President John Dramani Mahama ne say so say you've been able to avert the looming power crisis go to the Ashanti region and pray Ashanti region and me aware say the Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amakohene a brief president debiada with regards to whatever that is happening in that particular region. Now beside President John Mahama said briefings the Ashanti regional minister a brief no brief no dumso ho ana what the dumso ka ho ana so what the dumso ka ho and your excellency wadaroma you need to go to the Ashanti region and apologize to the good people of the Ashanti region. Say, asemu abeka ye no, sabia buru sabia kudonto. Enya sanet ye. Minim for the other regions. Entina ye specific say, Ashanti region power crisis currently one more experience no. Eni enyai. And yenya President Maneba Bontembe kache say, waso dumso ano. Enya dia dumso no ana asase a eba no enei eba biemu entino enkane ne nya dia eba bedum biemu na ukwa Ashanti region in the same year ukwa Ashanti region na enyina monkane na enyina ne nan so a ene ne ebisa say the President John Mahama lied to Ghanaians say and wa avert the looming power crisis and say we dey intro and wanko Ashanti region wanko pa this your ho achaw esan se wo manu damu anopa fon awia fon anwumre fon anaju da suomu fon ayema ache kra no a amafo no mo yire mo eda ne ho nkro ne ba nyina no na ban ya hwanya mianim etimi adum kanea your excellency President John Mahama wo ka che Ghana fo nyina se dumso no aneba no wetimi aso ano. So what is happening currently in the Ashanti region? Yebisao sa asemu we. But of a video no tumu mame. A cross section of the people in Ashanti region. Ebisa same questioner and every yanso yebisa e wa ha say. MCR fa eye
Rugina ho. Say your mama gina phone. Say yes, we so ne pre. Na we yadum ne pre. We so ne pre. Na we yadum ne pre. Say ye phone kra ye nya bi kra ne atajo. Say see me nam ne me nkwan nyina asai. Me nam ne me nkwan nyina asai. Yes, some light no sa asai a. Omuma ye hu sa asai. Ye na awotwe mienu. Aha fo mu beda sum na awotwe mienu. Na ye hu ye nya aduane nsi fridge. Se mo so na mudum na. E ma ye fault be se me fridge ba kwa asai.
Se wo hwa kan ne baby am ye adwuma wo sego lane a wo adu de bia kania on and off the machine ye adwuma ebu a etimi dum na ja enam se so a eja enam ade ni mo ba no automatically etimi say enoma of late I say machine is there menu ana mensa
say 40 bi na aba light no ho a yes no mo hwa nyama ye no munja dumuso no.
Those are some residents speaking to the fact that the continuous power outages is destroying appliances and some others. Unfortunately, we've lost Ibrahim on the telephone lines where we understand that the Minister for Energy and
Rugina ho. Say your mama gina phone. Say yes, we so ne pre. Na we yadum ne pre. We so ne pre. Na we yadum ne pre. Say ye phone kra ye nya bi kra ne atajo. Say me nam ne me nkwan nyina asai. Me nam ne me nkwan nyina asai. Yes, some light no sa asai a. Omuma ye hu sa asai. Ye na awotwe mienu. Aha fo mu beda sum na awotwe mienu. Na ye hu ye nya aduane nsi fridge. Se mo so na mudum na. E ma ye fault be se me fridge ba kwa asai.
se wo hwa kan ne baby am ye adwuma wo sego lane a wo adu de bia kania on and off the machine ye adwuma ebu a etimi dum na ja enam se so a eja enam ade ni mo ba no automatically etimi say enoma of late I say machine is there menu ana mensa
Say 40 bi na aba light no ho a yes no mo hwa nyama ye no munja dumuso no.
those are some residents speaking to the fact that the continuous power outages is destroying appliances and some others. Unfortunately, we've lost Ibrahim on the telephone lines where we understand that the Minister for Energy and
Rugina ho. Say
Ashanti region. And ebisa us asem we because ye gina manu mu asem a be kan ya da no ada so de abu awfo. Esan se o ma ye nya ntie se abaye timi aveti that looming dumso no ana enam kwan so a eba no. Enti no enkane no ebegina ne nan so. Wo se dumso bi amba. Abaye timi de hihye papa gu apono so ama emprempre a ye kasai ubo energy minister kura ba so se watimi ahwa me aso dumso ananka eba na no ada no ada me kai pa. Enti no what is happening? The people in Ashanti region ebisa se dumso na aba when timi ani ubo hye so na dumso na aba wadaro ma energy minister no momoden emfa load shedding timetable no emra eno ano no nyomu bisa no and clearly wo hwe de ekwa it tells you say aban ene enye se ye bo na chi na momu no kura bi wo ho a won pese obeka yes se no kura bi e wo ho a won pese obeka ene ye dum kanea no a wada rumba omoden na fa timetable bra eno ano no asa ebi anopa free no nsia kosi eye awia premutubre ye bedum kanea no free ebia premutubre de kosi enwumre no nsia empatemu ni bro no hahuduo we mu ye bedum mukania na sa wo yesa wo nsa hweye se na be ya manfo no betimi a plan wo life se wo sa areas no na ye mfa hwe ma ye meka hwe woni be ba ho so no na nkania no fon ye dum no a your excellency president John Dramani Mahama eni enyai etino people in the Ashanti region ehia eye emuaye to sa power crisis no a ene esoro kwa na ekwa atiatese ewo Ashanti region no anso wa yetumra ne akire sie ne akire se ye no ensem no ne ekoso na ye di hu nkomode akire wo amanfo eko eye Facebook eko announce wo mo displeasure with regards to eye dumso no a ene ekoso no and MCR Madaroma do us the earnest na ene some of the poster amanfo post to here on social media with regards to the recent power outages in some part of the country, you know, yamfanto so na yenu hu abobo kakra because enkomo ya bia na wo bi adwen ne se ene ebia na yempa ban ya asem ntino de oba bia anye yefe enti na ya hyeda ya egu aban hu fi no enso no nokure ene de ya adwuma wo ha sei nokure na esese ye ka no eno a ne ye ka oye edian saa pepepe ne ye be ka no oye de be so Ghana fo ani ye ba be tena abo aba so na momu no oye de wa mo ho wa na mpo no oye de ensese wo ya ye benya da agye ne agebre na ya ba be ka saa nsem ni nyina enso e wo ha sei enti no there have been some Facebook poster actually the situation in some part of the country and clearly to my surprise Honorable Eric Edem Agbana, member of parliament, right? Edem Adeshiawo, Ketu North constituency. Bepa chautie, MCA Wadaruma Ebeyankafa Edem Agbana de no di kan mame. I say, despite my intervention and ECG's assurances earlier this week, I'm receiving worrying reports about the power situation in Ketu North. My people, please remain calm. I will personally visit the ECG offices in Denu and Akachi tomorrow and update you. It shall end. Honorable Eric Edem Agbana, MP for Ketu North constituency. And he is eulogizing with ne man for Ketu North and Peswaso. Na ewiase na yetie no ohwe ye se umame awu na utu ani yira ebeka kire se umame ada edura na ade obi abekofia akodi ni maame aduane bo se beduru ho no obekọ na ene aduane bi adi ho osafo ayira na se nyira ya obekọ akotia ba beda eye epunachi anadwu de suo mu enti no Eric Edem Agbana Oye NDC mrase bedwani owo Ketu North abato mpeswa so ade wakoto ato ni Facebook say despite my intervention and ECG's assurances earlier this week I'm receiving worrying reports about the power situation in Ketu North and clearly enye the Ashanti region some part of the Volta region, the Volta enclave, the OT enclave no also experience sa intermittent power outages no ewo sa areas wo okay we Manuel Darko say you are in Dumso but you can't post it because you decided to go for a zoo. You are in Dumso but you can't post it because you decided to go for a zoo. You go the next one. Eti we some post from the ordinary Ghanaian what can him say as someone President Mahama Beka Adanwa that say he has been able to avert the looming power crisis no one more air trodia kind say Jack now can yes and Ethiopia na Jubilee House pen and Kenya gina so and you fine oba Ketu North esum tum dum so ho kwa Ashanti region Kumasi dum so ho Gideon Treme Amuase change is coming nyina no sana e dum so scam pa nie but try the next one
Wuntumi Radio 101.3
Salam Mustafa say Nana John Dumsomani Ababium the second piao yada sumu we Salam Mustafa but try the next a post when you know a near amanfo ka e wo Facebook a e dey say President John Mahama said asem wo be kan ye no sabi aburu sabi akudonto dum so no wontimi so ano ye Jim Aglasi, man, I have never experienced this type of doomso before. Doomso for 30 minutes. I say, so for 30 minutes from morning till this evening, doomso and a dynamite and day. Fame call the next post. Where a amount for adventure. Baba Wala say, Alhaji Sam of NDC was giving us live football feed from tonight from the newly built Youth Resource Center by NPP in Wa. And John Mahama took his lights. We are in Dumso in Wa now. You decide. Hashtag. You know, Wanso and yeah, Dumso and so ewo. Wait, Martin Salom Kwajo Nampachotie. I say voting against NPP is what I do for a living. Tiabiamo. Voting against NPP is what he does for a living. Oriano say Mahama has collapsed the entire NPP. This continual light out has just spoiled my fridge. Etino Martin Salam Kwajo. Oh, they also voting against NPP. A Juma ya uba asasi zubeye. Meboa. And I'll say President John Mahama. And they will go NPP amanyokuo no ade atin ya abaya wo watu abama no wanya gidie onimu wo gidie onimu se de bia da beto abama no what the dumso ase wo fridge what by Facebook ba be complaining edu adaroma me am tie menyo de aha ibu a otie de na wanya de anya wana akoto abama NDC etu keep quiet and suffer wo fridge asay a wonya hunu hwe wo TV so be say fan abubo dem be say o air conditions so no so ba be say ba cho enko the next post na enfa enkomonisi wey a graphic daily graphic or say recently the country has been experiencing power shortfalls leading to intermittent outages. How can this issue be addressed? Daily graphic and ebisa President John Mahama. Now I catch a Ghana for say, "Buo minana dumso no ho." Kwan be so ne fire the el so sa wo how no ano. Fa me call the next post if there are still available ones el ho a. Na yeti ento aso fama. Okay. So that is it. No President John Mahama asemo abeka ye no. Ye check records no enya no kure. You have not averted any looming doomso. Yes. You have not averted any looming doomso. Wa edum Ketu North edum Ashanti region edum some part of Central region edum and other regions e wo memo ase edum Inshira 104.5 FM Kumasi. Tie ni post light on light off. We kind of doomso be this. Tiabiam Inshira FM ewo Kumasi in the Ashanti region. Or say light on, light off. We kind of doomso be this. We are in Shrive from 4 posts. And clearly, yes, ya betina na ye can hear that. We say aban papa nie Kumasi is dark. Where again? Do you have lights? One also bisa sa and semono. And with all due respect, Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, you have not averted any looming crisis. Looming power crisis biya. Brasame say Kumasi pa. Waiting we do the NDC government. You do light by this time. Hey JM. Not be your fault, Mr. President. Brasame enso feel heat nibi. From the Ashanti regional capital Kumasi. Dumso ewo ho. Yamfa we NCRC. Some 40 minutes gone past 4. We're join the conversation live on Western Diamond Television, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and then also on TikTok. For WhatsApp and a text message, bra 0248071174. Yabaje brani akinkani nyina enso etimi ede amount. Isaac Ejin Donko, edi adodo no afre no eye Ibu. NPP Secondary Constituency Communications Director. Oya boafo Sronko Edema the former MP secondary constituency Honorable Lawyer Andrew Kofi Japa Mesa Ibu area imaha
munya not today
yes wadom boko onso e
anko pona adoma muhu yi so today usuban
subano so de dadin boko
minyimu so yende minyimu yende kra
subano so ye kama
mwa sati ache usuban yi papa mam de wa solo hwe
ai
wa solo
that's right
usubani do ye
bibia ye di
bibia ye fine
na nchi aramat mwe Nzi ade de chese adane a religion adane soma yeso
ATM pharmacy so
Western Diamond Television won to me radio. That's right. Nyame nsira mo pa ye do ma say.
We be follow Zen filling station yo.
Yeah, also oba ne dem.
I know them.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Ti dem sa adane som. This all be dumb near some.
Oscar, Sisia, the way Yamalo took on
101.3.
I don't know why the Bible verse.
That's right.
I saw an episode there can.
That's right.
Because I would have been and that what the Baji and Manino. We're back once. We're back once, man. And Babuno. When would I know a Bible verse or I want to be station?
That's right.
And so then the baby I was sort of working can. No, I repeat. In season and a person by sus no confirm be some no Facebook no you want to so search the internet search
dem yo po
ma ibinu po me yanku bi wo Australia otun so la ho ache one
that's right nyame shira
otun so la ho ache so what untumi ade no we duru bia we go so ya azumi ntam da comedy so ama da nyama yi kaka
asenchebewi very well MCR me pacho over the weekends I chanced on a particular audio na ba me misa ibu se wo free secondary ba no na send hotia but we dey enkotie audio ni mra we join here live on Facebook and this is the photograph of the current member of parliament for secondary constituency Honorable Blay Ama Nyameke yenkotie audio no we join here emra sisia Fatuma me na yenko Honorable Blay Anyway, it seems there is something wrong with the audio, but MCR should work around it and then one more my audio no na intimi enya daje na intie. But ibu at the end koso second year battle on persuasion.
Oscar, mfa we free dimentia we tefu mpempempa
intimi enya daje
nkankara wankasa wo papa ankuku. Water and drinks. Osisi a watun sa afro we mu de empere baba
meba onyam ho abotre
no drinks so no bogo pa ntama ofuko na Oscar
meba
wo friend then
To be one
osisi mu de nse mo ko do so baba
meba onyam ho abotre
because e bo hwa sisiara sekune etei moro koda na chede sisi what so papa no mami when you 50 years no one bobra na chede sisi won ka sekune ho entin se moro koda sekune no ayensem bia na nyu asoso na empia sekune fo ato abaman sebio wa ba ka kire hende oye mrahye begonya another lawyer what to abaman mo ko mbrase begoma obotum exhibit subana yen lawyers wo de nezi aye nyina yenyim de lawyers wo subana another obi anyim lawyer bia no suban e wo kroma ha we gentle one kasa kwani nyina mpo ehu de yi oy lawyer yenzi ya obaka che sekunefu de oy lawyer nyi ya yekoto abamani subana is de nedu sekunu awon ko fu bi won rawo
101.3
because eti audio ya Osikani babogbo ya e bo hu de aruba kase no dash sekunefu na ehu de ebinum feel that we na ndisi fu nyina che we sekunefu
yes
ndisi fu se wo sekune no won fi mass another won fi bokina no obeyo won nyina we sekunefu youth organizer deputy here kana senchoko e sekune nyi ba mapa
na meba youth organizer na assemble no kan ye
asemo kan anye
deputy youth organizer
asemo kan anye de ehu de we form a premise committee
right
MP no ho kwan de also do oyi 5-member committee
okay
no manage oya LBC no some fin there who can line or one LBC nti MP no ho kwan de odo tum of nyimpa or the 5 more manage ho na youth organizer no deputy no investigation wa premise secretariat no hu de MP na list ko da da.
Oh, I see.
No, what about one platform no do other audio about to the day. One see I know one yin for 5 no fan brand. In church there. One why background checks we do a mere formality. Na yin probably two or your executives for there. They didn't know why your platform no solve problem because when you're into the MP or the list ko. Enti nkofo sa won obey you know any favorite. Enti twom no pam do won twado. Na
ne MP na select no o mo fan ko okay
asema mo for what so e bon adam de be yo Ajeri, let me tell you, let me say one thing. I'm so boys when you're sorry. What do you mean? Woman one and papa, woman one and papa, and at the age of 50 to them, I made you 50 no, or boy bra or drew baby a major. At the age of 50, do you understand? Woman one and papa and I mammy. And no boy brag you baby a major. You are coming to tell me that I'm a fool by fooling people, executives. By fooling executives on this platform, my installation heavy. I want no one and amongst was one and a papa and a mammy and at the age of 50 or to my achieve me achieve yourself. People decrease. Also, I wouldn't consider someone the champion for you think you can do it to anybody. You people decrease. You people decrease. They tell you people. Careful like that. If you don't retract, it's ancestor that me allegation.
Hey, really?
What's your like that? And when you are an MP, honorable member
If you don't retract, it's ancestor that me allegation. Another indelete na amba kade the masam na akanonya no kwara. Ebo wa da me by second year me de bayo. Ebo mu subam pa epeda kecha me de menyimi yansa ena me ye panyin kwasia ena me choose adewi ena ma aba na me se wanya mere formality, isn't it? Yeah, na mo won kwasesem na wodi na why PC time na man kasa no. Yeah, me twado. But this time obi bialo de na no be fata me biaro no. I will let that person know that I was once a boy at Asimin Sudo. Mobo boy I will look. I will let you feel it. I mean, I'm going to say something where a champion for Nado. Mamma, be a van Bamudu. Share. I want you to pay our for Baha. You are the day ever someone waha. Ever someone waha with the mood juya. Or had them a 5 day mood second year. More for what so I won't Adam at the bayo. Ajeri, let me tell you, let me say one thing. I'm so boys when you're sorry. What do you mean? Woman one and papa, woman one and papa, and at the age of 50 to them, I made you 50 no, or boy bra or drew baby a major. At the age of 50, do you understand? Woman one and papa and I mammy, and no boy bra drew baby a major. You are coming to tell me that I'm a fool by fooling people, executives. By fooling executives on this platform, my installation heavy. I want no one and amongst was one and papa. And I mammy, and at the age of 50, or to my achieve me achieve yourself. People decrease. Also, I wouldn't consider someone the champion for. You think you can do it to anybody. You people decrease. You people decrease. They tell you people. Careful like that. If you don't retract, it's ancestor that me allegation another indicate na amba kade the masam na akanonya no.
Honorable Blair Amanyameke.
Mama can be oh, Messi, us you people decrease because you're full like that. Oh, my no papa, 50 years, that's a incident. Another one by MP, or shall I say, when you answer.
Wow.
One more bra, when you answer. So, and America should be there. The import, why the Ghana? Or your representative of parliament.
Yes.
So, why the president? Who could import Ghana? Why the American other nation ya? Or affect a man in or they make sure that I have forensic audit. The reason why them assembly same is applicable to what we are talking about. Say, young leader, or say second you baby roba, so them watch the second when you are roba. That's a good for. Say you are quasiafo.
Now when me
I'm not papa mbobra when you 50 years no one see then 1 year MP one mbobra no chede sabi yanka ho sabi o chede am na papa mbobra because when you 50 no one see then papa tell you or 79 years on see then ma me otono mo sekunu mpo ano of 66 years on see then nto chede ma na papa mbobra sabi wo yankwasiafo MP
na when Ukraine NDC internal we impona when you almost are any
executive platform executives them Choko American was one of the guys what trially hard during their prime minister till the election day.
Oh yes, minimum they all that way you follow. Yes, really.
What when you never power on us and there obi na ma me pay 50 on bobre on do don bi ala on bobra. We decrease
second DMP
because you're full like that.
Wow.
Want to be 101.3.
Just me cry me tia me hunri me campo. Yes, me ho ago me.
Yes.
Yes.
Because look, ejuma no ejuma bia. Obi be kasam bia che on your do.
But you don't go to such an extent. Yes, you don't go.
We have NDC communicators and this for social media denigrating what's honorable messa roba vilifying what can some onion no quarrel for honorable messa or go astray them to the extent of telling NDC funum put there 1 year party fun put there say we wonim nyansa because you're full like that one man no papa mbobra one man no papa 1 year 50 years no no abo brother man no abo ya no said didn't do that but ehun ni na che your lawyer na your lawyer Pro Max ehun there your friend then my phone here okitemi dey
radio
I am the iPhone 15 Pro Max na your iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max no so Crescent Pro no na your iPhone 15 ankasa o into lawyers na your lawyer na your lawyer Pro, no lawyer Pro Max.
But this one is unfortunate. Seriously,
yes,
it's unfortunate. As someone nipanekai and clearly what share someone nipanekai.
And nipanekai is crap. When them say what to my bamo.
Hey,
asema okay no. Onye asemi abakade. Oya asema oyo hwa. Also there warrant such our friend then
insult and threats.
Oya harmless. Na
nipa ne se the MP na select wo mo no ye nyom no form nko ananya no ano no
nanyin uska nanyin
wow
and se botu na mem sia na obi hate asema nipa ne ke de oya asema oyo hu a o said the warrant such response from a member of parliament too. You know, and then executives, you know, been was someone na ebi no wasem 2 na ebi no wasem 3 osem afo na abaje ntache 1000 ntua ntonyo na nkasa na sim 2 fo no so ye oye nkofu bi okojoin na one bi no way when akọ pyramid board na wa resort into the meyekeken and Oscar leaders so we voted for leaders to represent us. Mbofuma people emulate one footprint, the blueprint that they will leave. Mbofuma people will look up to them. So if you have a leader who can insult yan papa nom na yama menda yama am na papa no 50 years na abobra.
Anyway,
because you are full like that.
Ma ore ma menya Facebook messages
with the craze.
Yeah, Maxwell entry say power change has started now in the NDC party. Asemu or say MP talks like that. Kwakua say MP way. Enjoy your MP. He is talking to Kwaku say go mamenchia we na anwumre or say asemu Sandro usu di ono sere an wo sere. We say bra Kwaku your father get house onu bisa. We say this is so bad. MP talking like a child. No sensible person in NDC. Majes Bemba Miracle say or say ensuo betwa enframa dikan. Kwaku say my father no build house. Oh but Honorable Blay, we are unfortunate, seriously. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Baby, I would do see no as who say at the end of the day, who di a domain and clearly. And yet provocations beyond obesus or so.
As I don't know if you ask me to do. I work for so born.
Wow. Wow.
As I was born. Until second you bana ehuna e ka asemi na nke ne wo bobo.
But it's unfortunate. Anyway. But I wasn't expecting such.
Oh, Mr. MC, our voice now. The harmless opinion of boy no omeki a warranty to such an unfortunate response from him.
I think that he should apologize to the party faithful. So yeah.
And the second
he should apologize.
The customer can entry.
Yeah,
apparently. Apparently, Secretary B. That one in our so one yan singular pura. One small boys no. One papa and no my one no wabo brother. I'm meeting here many 50 years. And I want my no papa only 50 years no. No wabo brother my mabuya.
Wow.
It's a big insult to the entire constituency.
I think that he should render
an unqualified apology.
Yeah, on render. Because nipa ne yedi omo ya amanyosem. Amanyoko ne nipa ne wumu.
And it has started from right from my hand. Someone all kodo osekuno. Do ba chihen. Politician or chihen osekuni. Ma aso akama ba him eskem pomo da akatin radio da aka.
We events here. Na say second ho ne nsem wo ho pa.
You know, young Kuva bankhead. The Facebook page, or dark to the what on the color TV, I got a black and white TV. Namasan, Damana, uncle her color TV, no bonon says can on top of wow.
Honorable Blay, Amanya Make.
It's worrying.
Ibu, the fight against illegal mining. Saying under this administration. 10 year kono eto say ye betimi achieve results a ye na ehwe nim say yen sabe kanana.
Oscar
Unia
ehun de wa
To be 101.3
Ghanaians binom Oma ye J President Mahama nsem bi okay previously GD there we have short memory no. Oma GZ by voting for him again. Osi even as in America dam. Ebekaya. We had some reports. Otrede NDC MP for Wasa East Ebekaya. Oda one friend then forest no one Wasa East echi won odem otu galamsey no ma da jiri nyi podo. Ono do sponsor NDC party. Inyanenti NDC guru so constituency executives na aza ogu suama na no kaka wo to galamsey make eche one day. As no, we should remove all political by concave lens in solving this issue, because MPP abana we blaming there all say yenusu no now Korea so aka the loan of 200 million euros mo ze ya ntwaban headworks ye ntabe no podo say yenusu no na so kro na yetwa no aka de bosa don't find headworks ye ya. And we told you guys that I don't know, we have some technocrats including the Minerals Commission in Penfubia was a say, including Forestry Commission in Penfubia was a say. I didn't say your phone paying for now. Police phone paying for one, they are into it. Mante Boko, a bone there, a board was a main fee. A main fee is a main fee west. And the police barrier nature when I want to get say, oh,
101.3.
We said it, but it been a general two abatia or MPP aban because what's Yensu say. Yes, na chokomilo. And na ko yensu no nwa. Osin chokomilo. And the yensu no nwa ole ya wa da coffee. We fu chokomilo ole coffee. And you will come ha, ma you end this constituency chairman. Our the shenanigans, the guts to even tell the enforcement agencies there why the one no constituency why be operation one friend am bana mane o so the video na hu ya erasus as I don't propose and this constituency chairman no as the constituency one ba ba yedam you know why the one bana mane because they are all involved in the galamsey land and natural resource minister ne constituency Elembele. Carl Kwano last 2 weeks video mu Carl Kwano want to galamsey. Oscar recently in a forest reserve, I think 4 or 6 of them. What the whole Obialon kum NDC be ya anti asama wa.
They say 9 forest reserves.
9 forest reserves.
And yeah, Forestry Commission cry no any to me.
When you tumpo ho no room.
Boys na jiwafa.
And this for jiwafa. And this for jiwafa. And we told Ghanaians about 2 years to no. I want so sondo. Yeah. And the tunnel. Brim. Go and check the level of deterioration at our Kwadu ho. And so no crowd block river flow no. I had last week post now.
Yes.
Well, block river flow no. MPP administration. What would the massive panels know? This will be a national security issue. So what we have to do as a country in there, let's find ways and means. I in Bebuna, one find interest to no. Yes, and resolve now. And you know the baby. If you mining community, now if you are into galamsey, now where's a certificate? And now you matter no free. They started giving them free scholarships at UMAT to train them into mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, so that they can mount some positions in the mining companies in our own community. Because if you don't have the requisite requirements, that's a way opening there. There's a job opportunity. I'm going to apply. So Aman took it upon himself to roll all of them. How you mad? One Bessie be Dr. Bin another damn program now. Apart from that, I want to make JHS. I want to Nezibano or more startup capital to do different works. I want to JHS and Uncle was at one there when you want to call as a pump. What you been sweaty? Yeah. What the buyer was been Oscar. Manyo nam na yedu Aseda Foundation ebeka ya.
Yeah.
Guess no why be 50 o 2 gumo wa ho. Yeah, make on we ka phone fee. Mining community, ye no ba hade. Sebeka net na front.
Yeah.
Guess ni nya obugum ho no. Yes, because I was ye ka phone fee takwa. Anabu mrekuduka. Ye no ba Aseda. Obusu atiriye. Ewi open one through GMPC Foundation. One hair dryers and startup tools. Second batch. Yaka phone Amenfi East. Yadu Vifi Amenfi West. Amenfi Central. Yaka koya kwa adrofua. Yaka phone kwa ho. Ah, yeyim den ninya haye galamsey. Na from no when I sit in a more yanti na why them. So M1 skills. And you been ko school one component the obey the medjuma no.
Yeah.
Na ba no so fa wona. What do farming no or rolling one into youth in afforestation. Abeka them program na. We from 70,000 into youth in afforestation. Ah MPP aban. Oh yeah forest na wa destroy ni na yes there. Where the forest na wa forest in the back. As can need to cry the Accra no oye efiem kwante na tiri wole benyina wo sati the wodua ndua ekwasi prisons ere ho nyina wo sati the wodua ndua ho abadinti because no opede land na we degrade no land na wa say no wo sanso onya its natural ayibiem. What is this administration doing about Galamsey? Young Kwankwa, party boys for chop, big man for chop. And then ejina road ido eroko Kosimintin road main one or da naji one ejina double road no da en excavators se wodu twom daily wodu ko brim no nyi other areas what kai Galamsey abani about preaching about Galamsey no will say yenso you say yenso I case am je vi Richard Kakmensa press conference okay or pra nasi the one friend them use aye nti e be ni na ko the measures and match the waka lunch operation Galam stop what for a river guard be be na
yeah
okay see then
and ko si hwe
won so na waka lunch bi river guard
and no no mo chastise ye na do say we mu no ye form ntu Galamsey ase soldier for na press for kra hu so na river guards ne betimi aye adwuma no
motor boat mu hon nyan
yeah
ono bo be catch hen the river guard na yes won na aba no won fi so na soldier fu na police fu po kita atru na forest commission gata won po kita atru po wontum wanye hwe na river guard na so na aba no was way
the same thing
and I am kind of job for the boys okay say Ghana is come one party for na
but can the NDC fight and win Galamsey?
How are they going to win and fight Galamsey? And one of our constituency chairmen are involved. Swaman also Swaman MP no. Swaman
I will win. Honorable Oscar Ofurilabi.
And so that in pa ban na mo si ikrowa.
I will win.
And MP onye former MP current MP.
Yes.
Only John Mahama Yejuma. Under this current dispensation. What to Galamsey? I will win Wama. I am for actually there.
101.3.
So are they going to fight it? MPs now otherwise force Umbrano. Nagaza, and they are all involved. Ajemensa report and sites in there. Ajemensa to Galamsey. I'm not Makaya.
Professor Frimpong Boating.
No reports. Osita Ajemensa, the brim, Hona, Forest no. Ajemensa with the Numunina. Ajemensa see NDC MP. Oh, Kuma.
101.3.
So how are we going to fight it? We told them that Galamsey issues need to be fight, or we have to fight it holistically. If we are fighting Galamsey issues, also there, Obiala or no political affiliation we are at Trinchen, so that we can fight it as a national issue. Nay then there, Are they your politics? No, you know one anchor one constituency chairman was him. No, you know one MPs no was him.
But baby, I do know. Can I say as a matter of urgency, President John Dramani Mahama should declare a state of emergency. And our galamsey ya afofuru no
Oscar
ye kun ho.
Sisi ano wa. China for no so.
Why ya drew baby ya call for a state of emergency.
Yes.
Ya do.
Within 1 month of NDC office. How many hectares? I don't know what I'm saying. Within a month, I will check for you.
Baby.
Erastus or no the galamsey in some of the post. Within a month, then this was destroyed over 4 years. I believe we have a time. Land size. So where we are now, no? Oscar, yes, we all say. And then, cocoa farmers. What one I say, will trade what the Magalam say for now. And then I'm saying, was like a rubber plantation. Rubber plantation, they are entering into it. Apart from that, I wonder if Babun Bears were to know whether it could be a bet another could be a one's mewa. Now, one number upon one else, I said, what did you want you now? Would do to Galamsey, including Minister Anukrum.
But Ibu, where are the CSOs under President Nadan Kwaku-Fuado na womo asore den say na do entu Galamsey na say
wana bana power
woma ban up
wana ban da CSOs ni nyina anyimon Kobe Mensa wankado a neutral professor ukroma ha.
Yes.
Akuri Bestiza Elegon Bestize
Ransford jump.
One you know I neutral panelist ukroma ha.
Na friend say
Elegon Bestize
Batazo
se Bestiza. One you know one can't change the way neutral ukroma ha.
But we are being very hypocritical.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
We have CSOs sir. So civil service organizations are what criticize the former administration when it comes to Galamsey. Why are they quiet now?
And opena me bisa me ho asem mi won.
Yeah, wa so for bi mo wo so ejine. Where are they now?
You see aben ya kotere eye Omo to Galamsey, I think Omo 56 was saying.
Yeah, more person.
Good. And I maybe some who say, I don't know, you're penning for an cano cressa. President John Dramani Mahama be Jinampo, a Dumbanso, a can say. One more, and another actual Magumina, and no more Galamsey no.
Now the big man
no more Galamsey no, and all till we mogum, and to the bar, or Baba Jow Munina, no Baba Tromo Jumo Yeso. Now wash us our bonnet, now by ya, Namrantian Atiasimo wom a tour. What's answering Yakudrono? Tell Sam Brantian Agum, and they be Sassa, Sanfono, woman or more ye Galamseno, woman or Tagalamsena, you to the Chiana. What is this?
On a Macarena, I the politics are President Mama, who they said you will be me and I you so and see, okay, you be dead near to Abaman. Because as you've said, you told us. The big man election can. Yeah. Now, my friend, all your MPP have been watching one were innocent. China fool, womb, what to Galamsey, what say you need to. And see, Abba, Ghana for watching one in our bed, a big one. Now concentrate on them big man, no on your China for no.
Yeah.
And see, any of them watching one, I know where Japanese fan, there were one. You see the hypocrisy level of NDC? And Oscar, I'm telling you where them NDC are many. Who come out, what we been upon you made, you know. Banana will push more. They are not going into the forest. And to me, you put a adic crave you.
Omako.
Banana walk forest, no ma.
I was boss out with the share one once, and when you're to me, no. Near breed yet. There is no way, President Joe Mahama. Ebe to be a general moody workers or quite yaga, I'm saying. Yeah.
And as a man there, woman cricket champion there. She's now what they ban what are to employment to the no. Or put on one end this youth and why then?
Really?
As someone was saying, oh, she's now ban the ban out to employment to the no. I put on one end this youth and why then? They are going into the forest. Working one to but what's war, Sana? One put on the program there. What's war bias and bias war? And the bias and was sponsor one. There, Mamma excavator, Mamma was fine, Mamma day. And the fucking member, go de be on the debut, the expenditure na profits no afa.
You?
This is what they told me this morning. So they are going into it because I better freeze employment. Oscar, now we want. I'm sad for the Ghanaian youth. I'm coming because why they in future and why opaque and this current administration. Oscar, actually, budget in tax be what the bear. I see tax on non-life insurance. And you must walk on that. I'll tell you, companies are register insurance, the buy show company, and I buy show what they're not, Emma. Oscar, you have to pay them tax na abandon. So Oscar, say, Maka issue me then, and I'm going to issue me Juma. Nasa them tax in the do. Nasa Oscar catch them there. Mum pass on more consumers. Mum pass on my tenants for. Ma pass on amon. Two. No master so catch on there. More review electricity tariffs every 3 months. What does it mean? It tells us that you today you no so no. We are going to pay electricity bill upward adjustment every 3 months.
Yeah.
And then that's so manifesto no there budget no there. And friend with you. And so then you remember saying about what doing I want to buy and begun. What are they going to do? If you are in a mining community, what are you going to do?
So but yes, my pay you money
because I have the certificate. What's one from with you? And then I'm so at the tax abenty, what to me them. And I sometimes review electricity every 3 months. What am I going to do? So, oh yeah, now 124-hour economy policy now. No one may blueprint to be there. This is what you are going to do. And Mebune with Ampo, one Anglo go down, the way you in a walk of fee. Over 2 years so after for Yaba. If we are after Fonsoka, over 10, and I am so new set to say Abba. Not a young extra 2 shifts, Accra, the ordinary shifts, no, not in the door. Another say, oh, pursue mining. Pursue mining, one I say, first shift to call. Night, what friends are for your cocoon. You have another set to go. No, they're not in the door. Now, here is the case. The 24-hour economy, we don't have any blueprint. I'll tell them the yellow one. Now, you know you're doing nobody. I'm asking you, and maybe no man in the sector, when are you doing nobody?
President Mahama cannot fight this battle.
We told Ghanaians.
Yeah, he can't.
That
is the bottom line. He can't. On to me.
We told Ghanaians. Or a national issue, not a political and I be political or a national issue.
And Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibu Anshaw be the worst ever minister lands and natural resources wabaho.
If you lembele, eke galamse forum, eke Kimbiski. I know Adan East MP, another Pro Baby War MP. If you lembele, you understand issues. A nice man, gentleman, by all standard. Minimum yende. Eke galamse forum, Monkofa Express, watch one agent, watch hawa, ubutung, what cab, another one solve the problems atanda eka okimbiski na woni na all to god well embele no ono nje na dwon no okimbiski kimbiski enyum sukuru no ba water bottle water enyum kuro no ba ete Ghana cedis
Want to me radio 101.3.
So what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves?
A bedroom baby no once ibu 4 years a day anymore no we e beba no e bedru ho no say ye nyina da so tinkwamu a ye be kransu
and ehwe nana dwumo sapon friends and rivers
friends of water bodies and rivers
yeah. One pay, you know.
Yeah.
He said something. When NDC for started what they Galamsey issues, you know, what they Takra bande, not no. I don't know what na yede MPP NDC for me what about bandage, you know. One shane in a affair na buma. You must have the cransu from our neighboring countries.
Boba.
And Matty. Crown put there companies be foreign companies or Ghana no. She say no bottle water organ be.
Omo kranso need free omukro mu deba. Asha say free baby.
E unsu no atwa on boss no.
Yeah.
Ana wa start work ra.
No.
And Marco one meeting square me. And we are here as a country certain idle thinking that NDC can do what? Oscar divide of the political by concave lens that I'm wearing.
101.3.
You're from tension. Now you share how best that this issue can be solved. Because Oscar say boy who pipe na one kind of the musu all people in you. Another you look when this in you. Into yana for now. Why go to boat? What I'm on Kofu, man the people waka boat and boat.
I know you're the end.
Oh. Why them a room no why you get fee?
Oh, okay.
And the people are your tax force are working the boat to Brian for. One of them should know one of forest no. Lay forest commission for Okokaji Winska. Your police for Wakaji one petrol car. You also your for Oko Wakaji. You want to task no one.
But I'm disappointed in the honorable minister. Yes. 8 years I want no position. I wakam. I buy no measures or the abanyina no enye papa na hwan na de no. Wo ba ya, are you not repeating the same thing now? What your position are now criticizing? The same thing. The same thing. Adan me tie sami jamfikra na me raho. Say any excavators no ye de hwan trackers de be bo ho. Na
One fight in one office.
Abainan kasa etreni excavator operators ne ho ahwan. Ese hunu se. When you dey kutia galam say. Ah? Na sa when you dey kutia galam say asanka aban dada no kura de oye no kura no. Na nke so ani che de wote ona awoka no. And clearly say amaya ni amrea. Maka ebeduru baabi no ensuo ho be kwache. Ama ukura sika pa sa upensu ato nya de abenya na yetewo amanyo semunti yentimi nka asem ni ye enka ne ye ka de wada wobiti akonwa ne so ene CS so no mamu ase nyina so de ye se wamu tie tua se wantu galam se ase impofirimu a wamu tie tua Niaba ufro you need 3 months mpoye. Just look at near wamu ejo. And it seems so nyina ye din all of the so-called CSOs nyina no will be ye din Ghana say. All of a sudden, wama generate your friends say kaka yom. Drum ka say ye. Ye nya twom sabdu a ye de to memu ha no. Wama ya chichire nya twoma say ma say tam. And then concern so no ko asofo a ye nya twom me hunu bi da giga na ape Ghana fo nyina aye ada no nya twomfo no kura no ho aye suro ferese ye be ka no kura no enso ada no ada na wa no dendenden e ka ni gu obi so ene why you should bow down your head in shame. That is it.
Investors will pull out if you don't fix Galamsey. Chamber of Mines CEOs once.
Okay.
No way.
Wada?
No way.
Maintaining campo beam.
And anya I to put you more PD or her. I see coalition of illegal Abadabadi miners association telling the government today a media coalition against Galamsey wine. Ghana Catholic Bishop a Kedoko conference. They said something about this Galamsey issues are banned on share, no one fight. Minimum the next time we'll one conference but I'm expecting them to say something about it.
Yaka, President John Mahama cannot fight Galamsey.
14 September 2024, Business and Financial Times. CSOs in agriculture unite against Galamsey fight. Walma a ban warning. Calling on the president. Honey, this is a story.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Men yes also mo da so Ghana ha. No mo Ghana pa no mo ntimi mbekasa biem. And I just want me a nyatwomfo.
Oh, because down there. On the market na fa o say political colors are no was the ejuma. Woman breakdowns. Health hazards. Pollution and forest loss. Nina, okay. I don't see the reason why now and why I'm quiet. Another. I know what I put baby for one personal interest, Anna. Them don't go for so Oscar. Because why there? Now no. At night I couldn't be back for
Diagnostic.
Yeah.
I couldn't be back for now, see, Obi mo Okroma work be a Ozum Christian Council
1.3.
Oscar at one could be ma. She said, "One paying you wanna Catholic Bookshop Conference." She said, "One paying you wanna Pentecost." I'm paying for down. One paying you wanna. Yes, you say. And I saw for a cashier. Why could you believe I should come president? And I saw for no cashier no come president. No,
Bianca.
one can say, but one church members, no Musufi. What I can you about your tithe? What I can you about to collection?
Nyachum.
What I can you about to collection? One would need headquarters.
Wuntumi Radio 101.3.
What are we doing to ourselves? Are we going to sit down for our many no constituency chairman, for our many MPs, for our many minister of state? Mo ay Galamsey ma ikromofo nyina yan watching here na so for okroma nyina watch no na dey be wa call once akọ to president no da.
Wuntumi 101.3.
Odu baby no was na 3 billion in punk yen churches we botum da man. Into cheda one automatically ubutu wa krensu no na mama mi so a awo de bisu olite me anam papa wo bo akwa a olohwe me Oscar
Anyway, maybe a Ghana do no and very very sad for this country. So leadership will not rise up to the occasion to fight against illegal mining and a canker and albatross on the neck of the Ghanaian people. In team. Adanwada any former Swami MP Honorable Osei Manso Edin Komo. Ose NPP election loss no on. Ibu. Ose FMB efri ekom FMB nsu free enibre. Na party na ntie afutu a otumfo edema amanyofo no ada no ada enu nti na ne ya ye kasai party no abetena opposition a won etem pentenkwa ye ni efie nkomo kakra we afisem nkomo ona bo say chairman sabonsu na akofade aba ekom eni bre ena eni ema MPP elusu 2024 general elections. You know say won sem bebre no aka but bonne tougher mame on this one.
Osi e ehun there
101.3
e baka there eyina na we go ahwe mewi ewa nti entum kan pi there o friend then the way order you can because one they can blaming I'm here matna here make them contribute part to our lost. Maybe you contributed to our lost. Maybe and consider them a callers more time for more the casa. Anyway, I'm far more. Ibo be 5 minutes when the dam no akasa. Bebo call and ask some poor bacano. Osusan. Mamma Mabats in America. And about to be now Simpson. Mamma Bats in America. Or contribution. Ibo Bacado. Wa from Manfa. The Mamma studio course and barn obey. Wa from Manfa and tea. Wa from the Manfa and tea. I wash a webufu onto our MPP. And see, and some of the day or Dawson. I was there. The most HMS Bonsu or King, Nansambio Tum for Kaya, or food and in our Hantian. And some of you are Elkanakan then, or they are fun for.
But na no crescent na party mano na komodi dodo no a.
No scan I want to have communication as some several years. And so ha, na have communication as some several times wa on new studio with monthly steppings kakrampa obey. And so ha, na have kan some aka. It's na ma party maybe wo from awoska host no obi so ska.
Yeah.
We feel that year time because it won't to me. And say oh a whole lot. I don't want us to delve into the nitty-gritties. Because yenya yeba some. Obia contributed to our loss, including the president. He said him. President will feel that a reshuffle. A 2 minister bits now 8 years. A 2 bits na name 6 years. 7 years. Okay, 7 months to election na I reshuffle. Party for normally Oba Osikani wa ofida you have to recognize him or her. But here is the case nyimpa no wan recognize o. But nyimpa no feel do bia luntum ye na hwe because president luntum reshuffle. But so 1 year 2 years na party for the complain akọ presidency ekure bi nda o ska be more no what's a nice place but on what party for no worries reshuffle na next one oba no obo menyim pe dem complain no work ma one boni bre 2 years wa reshuffle no nti I should capitalize on it and help party people. You get it?
Yeah.
And see, right from the presidency to the polling station executive, order kunoka for or you go to you for from Kofu Fia. Woman Lester one fell from Kofu one more to Aba. Because of a community Dijan and Onka Kaun. It's a whole lot. I mean, I always tell me empire to you to yesterday. We should build ourselves. We should build ourselves. Now, you try there. In 70 oh yeah, no, I had a step on Ibini too. And when appointments are being made, you are not there to defend yourself. That man didn't know step on them Ibini too. But the baby, so you have to step on people's toes to rise up. You have to step on people's toes to get the victory. Because Oscar, I'm there. As a man, you know, on Kunyimpo. ba ne ka ye
yes
payin bi o ade bi o ye na wan ye ne ye no e ka hye na o feel that na roba na na ka sem bi o ye me I have social media WhatsApp platforms and for criticizing PD. But criticizing I take it in good faith because obi only church sound on him the nature right and watch ya. Oh, the man in Peking at no you know. And poso the man the me in there and Koboboa. The perception out there will be through the aid, another AP, another say you pay in Minama.
Wuntumi Radio 101.3.
And the course number about 90% sikasam. Ewa. If you are efa na entum so de bia false ka yin corner and dadan.
But
Oscar someone no make there. Ya ka na kan oyekana. Yam payinfu ni pi amboa because actual positions have been nyai. Even our Western region ha. Western region ha.
You crowd any asabi mobo.
President Amen appointment people bia. But Amen see you sir. So we once economy dra and go tumpo wide then say in the absence of a juicy how do you call it cabinet ministerial position in the absence of them CEOs you know but what did we see? You get it? What did we see? President enterprise na Rabu Joseph Kujo no office no wa hin
crime yeah
presidency ho
yeah
for a gangran maka gangran ta sa culture
yeah our boss
chieftains in American
chieftains yeah
asana the tourism ni na one pen call papa no won Kenya abo Western region nto chere yenkere ministry appointment enye anyi tourism ofi onabo babra do ba ofi ofrenen onabo Katrina Feku onabo babra no ba onabo Mesado but if you compare tourism to energy, if you compare tourism to finance ministry, if you compare tourism to lands and natural resources, if you compare tourism to road ministry, you will see the discrepancy. The two can never be analogous. And if you look at the budget allocation, even NDC Crampo allocate my education, the entire allocate my education. And now I can tell you clearly that region in or in Accra. And see, I am not no hopes and say hi. Now, an American then some eka or dosu, osi. People parts in Edruno. In here, they are yet no form. Na ya journey home. They how best he would to your boy home. Ewa, ne, Oscar. Yan party funosa and payfuna. When your positions are be or original hano. One also, aya, wunjina one handle. Echo the regency be a president ba. Wotu mo fa ne accommodation wo fa ne fuel wo fa ne zizi wo fa ne bibi atol nyina emu na yimpa kolafa odu wona dam yimpa no couple for energy minister ebutu akwashe na president ba Western region na no tu enu fuel ka na no tu na accommodation na no hwe no boys nyina obisi de non come on gangran ministry you get it
anyway
so ministry Abban order baby Abuja Apoko land. Oscar, if I tell you the resources so put in all the various constituencies or one region where it was fantastic. Because no opposition be as you Oskabo too much and 1 cedi, Oskabo too much and 50 pesos. Oh minister, due to fuel. If you're not to order to fuel no and Uncotina about Roman Nunco for no so mommy. But come ministry no be alarm bomb put a due to fuel. Oh yeah, but going forward, so as a region, na party for now so, and American empower after empowering ourselves and also, we share there. Yanaka no so alignment another align yourself ye. How yellow cordam internal party elections are the way I vilify na can some for yan when so omo yem nkofom na yen hu de ya azekor ya abokor ne yem mba
okay
na yeka protum nti yeka protum no mo se de yan yakor echina Osikani no anam no momi no we are fighting for a common goal and to common goal no order yen focus or yen target now
Ibu, what is the second coming of Alfred Agbesi Woyome?
Asa what a Bank of Ghana then ya. What's he Western region? Ata.
Hey!
What's Ata?
No.
I mean I'm feed able to another or friend then Rodoraya some. But then I saw send for the Samusha news portal be on the wire nice way short ABO.
Woyome.
And the face again, but our if you're
you know, let us be punished.
Yeah. I know from as no why is no.
Now is it Sikana be a one who be one home. You be one home. It's going to and why I know say Sikabian one and Yadu betty I am confiscating the asset. You dear grow as a country.
I tell this up, then this bay. Hi, Oscar, and this bay. Cases are another cases are for one side phone another gun is taking the one war and able to over $1 billion. And this is Jama also want cases in Yam.
Yes.
My attorney general so on all kinds of cases, and knock court also why file a burning interest be our case in the no way to case in you the president, Mama, attorney general, Mama, don't the on the matter no. So it tells us that, say, the man some this is here. Mama, and this is for no one antaban.
Want to me radio.
Where am I not in the anti debate? Said the lamb time close on a day. Scano, that's one time Bank of Ghana.
Guest house,
no. Millions of dollars.
Kuman
farman.
What man I had to tell you, Sabia Brusabia couldn't to Emerano, a cherry a hiafon qua na said dear. Ah, will be echo ya banchi, betum, brodia betum. May I tell Naka Kojina prison, say, what one called down, one call ya Jumade and Suma buy and fear me and sa and fear nine. As we have been a Crawford Techia moi. What in the one political party be? But mine chrono near Janus, near Shannon, and Namosa. I don't know. Where's your idea? What may I sit in here? What may I have to tell any?
To be 101.3.
Eh, or you're fancy and Falcons near Sorenco. Now say, yeah, decide. What man is a baby year. Then I hit him 0248 071 0248-071-174. Hello, good evening. About your lower the volume on your radio and TV set. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Lower TV and our radio ni volume why? Na ye ninkomo. Hello. Would you be afraid? My intio minia.
You come my Kumasi Junction. Oh, the entity, you put the Havana, any levy over. More against it. You think why you 4 years here, the man will know. You would have next time. We will share.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
And now you talk radio NTO.
The guy can remember Ibu Abaso. Now, many are conjuring because Gamamintia incoming national chairman.
Right.
Bernard Enchibesiako.
Chairman won't to me.
If you come and say, more dear to drive a parliament. On one yet, no call no post.
That's right.
Osika Unima. Communication, maybe because I say, so. The here done almost praying. Won't see a co-position, won't can you be about the cow who station order?
Moana Moya Jumano.
Yen, Jumano. But when it comes to resource, Ibuna not now, when it comes to resource, will be working with her. Remember, to be a major Juma communication almost about 20 years. Me per scholarship, me ba any aggregate 8. Me per scholarship. Obi any aggregate 24, yedi manu. Me a me ba any aggregate 8. Yan fa manu 8 good years yet name. What is MPP4? Adwum bone ayo wom e wo man mu. Na mo amu yen telephone na leaders na nka mo nya position na nka tin ka mo babua no mo bua. Edu e dey no yen communication yen ye bre. Edu ye dey no yen mu ni ye bre. Omo titwo. Omo betna wa sita omo call position and say omo asan so aba. These are the people omo see yan try be mo. Na tell tell and me ba so omo ba mu na yen na be we say we ha. Yen na be ye hu because you know and so MPP yen na ye MPP for kokomo na ye dey control aba na so be there na so be there.
All right. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Eba jo di maybe afrefi.
I'm Frefi Abu Esika so kan wo fa nkobra bedu.
Eba jo enti wo fa.
Ye wotu aba no ewa. Mama wada the amount pa me sisela abebe si there. Ma iya ka se die de hu na hu. Na sa mo bia obafa no ho adwin. Obi obafa no ho adwin pa. But I see a mission papa.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Of our dear baby Afrifi.
Good evening, take it to Janet area.
Get your JB.
I see everyone say. Now, in my phone, in Ghana, you are some Ghana coming. This is Ghana for everything. When maybe a 1 year, you know, Ghana for the custom about money. The morning, and the boom. They are poor, they are from to let me know when they need not the Ghana. I may have the man. I empty to give some before. I chairmanship and one much and I'm me now. Amazing, then in the pound back.
All right. Thank you. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Fatao Kumbungu.
Osika.
I to say,
Midawase. Why are the new part of Zakope? Osika Yamishra Upa. Me fa kwenye wetu mincha honorable from Compre Ejmaura. Mika Alhaji Habib Idris MP di Matolong constituency. Ayana wakati papa lawyer nana obir boy me chami senior no ayade wakasa ye. Asema okaye no. Last na the mo karete party boys ahonchire. Nemo sa kamne de na ahonchire. Na ninyina so misre obia nja na ye jumadin ade ama party no because NDC for na omusom no. Omodin yo man ye o. See your money because then me can say Osika Nano and then 5 days and I say 3 days. They shouldn't be ever Kumasi and seeking some television because the I am a tough friend or so. NBC MPP Nikoya, NBC Ate John Draman Mumbai, the Ghana and America. When you MPP in the G, I was here, Chama won't to be none yet, Chama won't to be none yet. Chairman want to let the MPP co-petition. On the MPP co-petition. A one and a friend here. I will be sent to say, Chairman want to be a minister. Or a deputy minister. Or a CEO. Or maybe I come to originate Chairman. I want to be in the bottom sticker. I a TV station, Makuma 5, Adiama Ghana 40. Mumfaya Juma MPP. Nina and someone. What is Chairman want to be 1 yard yet? Other way throw about 4. And some ready blame games no. Yen Jane mama Ghana for na MPP but power. But Mr. Ghana for 2026 mudie. Obia na mama ye papa. Chairman want to make chairman baku pe incoming the chairman. No me chairman adi ama Ghana for. Me da wata ya na wata no be boy man.
Yeah, that's it, papa. Hello, good evening.
Oh, see.
Saint Okushembo ko yokrom yentiewe.
Osi na misha mo papa wajibapa warabo na membo brother ibu na badum saminchia no ncheska ketene pipifu indala onumiafo lawyer Ezekiel Abu Amako aye MP na brother kwaransa nyame onsha no kese papa Ghana funa na ampa mahama kan ya ampa ase ya adwinsa ase ye wa yesu humos wa yesu sunsum e kan yipa to dem wadi Ghana fatema we Ghana fu bi na ye kwato aba Ghana fo se wo hu abado wakoto abe ama Mohammed mu aba na garansen wa jinsem no sanu so sando kan poko ke yinara na membre me Ghana fo so MPP fo etmodenya what the communicators na party for on ya ko dem no ye kan de adowegu ahwe mewie various constituencies na region ye na yankambom yemfa medicine outcome when 20 ni na yemfa kunchen dosika yankambom enya dwumadio na NDC na mahama kono wode Ghana fado no menji de dem dum so ya tiwa so ni tutuma be ya afetremu aje de na campaign budget awode be ye we na Ghana for hwehwe ye dwumadi na wa na ye kiye hu bomewa Ghana for inkunafo injanka oni bi moboni fo we de MPP do papa e be fre ye kiye hu bom ye dwumeden ye fanje Ghana nkwa ye fanje onye bi nkwa ye meyin dado mbe youthful una brabo no asitremu oni bi sunye dado na sitrem MPP pen wa ba be ma de o dem de yin na obema obi na kuma to yim na NDC for
okay my na say yemfa friend say I think say baby aye dru no so you see 51.3 million Ghana cedis ro President Mahama say yemfa nko bie Women's Development Bank no etimi bie bank ne baby aye savings and loans because I think 2017 I review Sika ubehia to operate a bank in this country, no, and a financial institution in this country. Na savings and loans, there, no, 50 million cedis. You know, minim say yasanso a review biemo dia. You know, Women's Development Savings and Loans, nya bank.
Oscar, 51 million.
Yeah.
Ono oniska eriwe banko. Masi oya frakadam because anu wasatu oye nbebu ni yando ewa there woman in ejuma through the 24-hour economy. Now policy document another blueprint what the 24-hour economy go to parliament ma parliament po hwemne wa jatu npo wa fanko no keche ma menom there
101.3
woman awu banka woman ya ma menom what nazi ewa loan. And see, loan no was a small and medium scale in Juman Kitten Nazi. I know what the morning. Anna, Ghana and Bremono 1.3. What Uncle from Uncle Channel, way, women's microfinance. No, a woman's Susento. I don't know, get you know. Also, a women's bank. And it's enshrined and it's stipulated. I am Brenham there. And son able to make a bank. No. Only 400 million on this car. You back there, Oscar. I'm not the bank no. I seed money. I don't to war. I'm not Bank of Ghana. And what? Other account my Bank of Ghana with them skin or what? Able to the bank. And Sana, I should scale will be the branches across the 16 regions. And Sana, I should scale will be district. And Sana said the Bobo constituency. Literal area, no so scale will be. So we are looking at 1.4 to 1.5 billion. If you want to establish a women's bank, even in every district, 1.4 billion. Now go to 51 million. And so and this is why we're not doing what about that Ghana for.
Okay.
You catch on about 2 months on Sunday. And see a brain will for me. I will to trust and I want to trust one. One from the ma 4 years boss one.
All right. Thank you so much. Jejereje Edwana Airbo. Say ya ne to abaro. Ya jejereje. Abusuya yeda mo ase yede ene nkomo ni nyina no esi ha sei aseda kese nkoma wa ojibreti ye wa wo hwe ye yeda ase papa amena production team ni nyina ase berma ba na kunadu abupra abna se wa mani ampo wo chrema ba Same Badges, Kelly, Yedase. Thank you so much. Isaac Ajin Donko, Ibu Eradono Afreno, a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team, NPP Secondary Constituency Communications Director. Within the Osikani Frimpong Manso, Yemi Muso, and Yumreno Siabrem Kasiabo Atwaso. Good evening, we are out of here.